Good day, everyone. I am Charmaine Martinez Bambalan, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Science in St. Camillus College of Manaoag Foundation Incorporated. So for this video, I will be discussing all about the evolution of life. And at the latter part of this video, I will be showing some video clips of individuals that I interviewed, and they will be sharing some tips on how to be healthy in this time of pandemic. Evolution of life. The diversity of life on Earth today is the result of evolution. Life began on Earth at least 3.5 to 4 billion years ago, and it has been evolving ever since. At first, all living things on Earth were simple, single-celled organisms, and much later the first multicellular organisms evolved, and after that the Earth's biodiversity greatly increased. This figure shows a timeline of the history of life on Earth. In the entire span of time, humans are relatively a new addition. Darwin and the theory of evolution. The idea of evolution has been around for centuries. In fact, it goes all the way back to the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. However, evolution is most often associated with Charles Darwin. Darwin published a book on evolution in 1859 titled On the Origin of Species. In the book, Darwin stated the theory of evolution by natural selection. He also presented a great deal of evidence that evolution occurs. The theory of evolution by natural selection. Natural selection, some members of a species being better adapted or suited to their environment, produce more offsprings than others, so they pass advantageous traits to their offsprings. Over many generations, this can lead to major changes in the characteristic of the species. Evolution explains how living things are changing today, and how modern living things have descended from ancient life forms that no longer exist on Earth. As living things evolve, they generally become better suited for their environment. This is because they evolve adaptations. An adaptation is a trait that helps an organism survive and reproduce in a given environment. An example of natural selection is shown in the population of giraffe. Long necks as well as short necks exist. The long-necked giraffe appear to have an advantage in this environment. Having longer necks enabled this giraffe to feed off the higher branches of the trees. Over time, the giraffe with longer necks survive long enough to reproduce and pass on this trait to their offsprings. Despite all the evidence Darwin presented, his theory was not well received at first. Many people found it hard to accept the idea that humans had evolved from an ape-like ancestor, and they saw evolution as a challenge to their religious beliefs. Look at this picture. It is drawn in 1871. It depicts Darwin himself as an ape. This picture reflects how many people felt about Darwin and his theory during his own time. Darwin had actually expected this type of reaction to his theory, and had waited a long time before publishing his book for this reason. It was only when another scientist named Alfred Russel Wallace developed essentially the same theory of evolution that Darwin put his book into print. Although Darwin presented a great deal of evidence for evolution in his book, he was unable to explain how evolution occurs. That's because he knew nothing about genes. As a result, he didn't know how characteristics are passed from parents to offsprings, let alone how they could change over time. Evolutionary theory after Darwin. Since Darwin's time, scientists have gathered even more evidence to support the theory of evolution. Some of the evidence comes from fossils and some comes from studies that show how similar living things are to one another. By the 1930s, scientists had also learned about genes. As a result, they could finally explain how characteristics of organisms could pass from one generation to the next and change over time. Using modern technology, scientists can now directly compare the genes of living species. The more genes different species share in common, the more closely related the species are presumed to be. Consider the humans and the chimpanzees. They share about 98% of their genes. This means that they shared a common ancestor in the not too distant past. This is just one of many pieces of evidence that show that we are part of the evolution of life on Earth. Today, evolution is still questioned by some people. Often, people who disagree with the theory of evolution do not really understand it. For example, some people think that the theory of evolution explains how life on Earth first began. In fact, the theory explains only how life changed after it first appeared. Some people think the theory of evolution means that humans evolved from modern apes. In fact, the theory suggests humans and modern apes have a common ancestor that lived several million years ago. This and other misconceptions about evolution contribute to the controversy that still surrounds this fundamental principle of biology. That's all for the evolution of life. And now, let us watch my respondents as they share their tips on how to be healthy this time of pandemic.
Okay, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako nga po pala si Justin Iscail Binosa Ordas, 23 years old at nagtatrabaho sa Squadron Baritaw bilang pump attendant. At pinapanitilo ko pong maging healthy ang aking mga pangangatawan sa pamamagitan ng pag-iyersisyo araw-araw at healthy diet. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
My name is Angelica, 21 years old and currently taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education. So, how to be healthy on this time of pandemic? Since we usually stay at home this time of pandemic, it's actually more challenging to maintain a good health for a lot of us. However, we must not forget that having a healthy body is in our control. So, if we choose or decide to get enough sleep, exercise, drink plenty of water, and eat healthy foods, we will achieve a healthy body despite of our current situation. Also, part of being healthy is taking care of our mental health. We should also spend time doing our hobbies or spend time with our family and friends. So, that's my simple tip on how to be healthy this time of pandemic.
Hi everyone, my name is Shema Pijasa, 25 years old at nakatira sa Caloocan City. Nagtatrabaho bilang encoder sa Island Agency. Paano maging healthy o malusog sa panahon ng pandemic? Kailangan natin kumain ng masusustansyang pagkain. Kumain tayo ng gulay, prutas, uminom ng maraming tubig, at maging malinis sa ating katawan. Matulog sa tamang oras at mag-ehersisyo. Yun lang. Thank you.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako si Cyrus Maclogy Sangual, 17 gulang, nakatira sa Myrna Subdivision, Llanos Road, Caloocan City. Kasalukuyang nag-aaral sa System Technology Institute, Grade 11 STEM student. Ngayong panahon ng pandemya, kailangan natin kumain ng mga masusustansya at regular na pag-ehersisyo.
day, everyone. My name is Angelica Reyes Jauni, 21 years of age, from Macayog, San Jacinto, Pangasinan, a fourth-year college student taking up Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management at St. Camilo's College of Manaoag. A healthy lifestyle involves taking in a diet of foods and water that are good for you in appropriate quantity. Proper nutrition and hydration are vital. People who eat a well-balanced diet tend to be healthier with stronger immune systems and lower risk of chronic illnesses and infectious diseases. But for me, during this time of pandemic, the best way to remain healthy and safe is be aware and follow the advisories published by authorities. Pay attention of what authorities are asking you for and follow them. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, good day. My name is Jude Pampalan Naruna, working in BPO call center in ICOR Pampanga. You need to eat more vegetables and healthy foods and take vitamins, and you should take proper exercise to boost your immune system. Thank you.
I am Bea Enrico Pataray, 21 years old, studying at Urdaneta City University, currently taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies, fourth year student. In this time of pandemic, we should observe the protocol that the DOH implemented, wear face mask, observe physical distancing, something like that. In this time of pandemic, nutrition and hydration are essential. Those people who consume a well-balanced diet have a stronger immune system and are less likely to get chronic illnesses and infectious diseases. As a result, we should eat a range of fresh and unprocessed meals on a daily basis. In simplest terms, we should eat nutritious food and in order for us to strengthen our immune system. So that. Also, we should observe our personal hygiene. Every time na lumalabas tayo, alam dapat natin kung ano yung mga do's and don't. Kunyari, for example, lalabas tayo and nakasalumuha tayo ng mga maraming tao. So, yun. Lagi tayong ugaliin natin maghugas ng kamay. Kung hindi naman maghugas ng kamay, maligo before we have our contact to our family.
Hi guys, good morning. I am Jasmine Joy T. Valeroso. I am 22 years old and I am from Blaise Pugaro, Manaoag, Pangasinan. I am currently a fourth-year college student taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies in Urdaneta City University. If I am going to give you a tip on how to be healthy in this time of pandemic, I would like to say that keeping yourself busy with things you love or like to do is a great way to be healthy in this time of pandemic. We all know that mental health crisis is very rampant in this time of pandemic since face-to-face interaction is very limited. So keeping yourself busy with things you wanted to accomplish or to do is a great way for us to be healthy in this time of pandemic. Maybe other people may say that keeping yourself busy might give you stress or might put you into depression. However, personally, keeping myself busy with doing things I like is my escape to reality. So, might as well you may consider my tip to be healthy in this time of pandemic. Thank you and God bless.
Good day, I am Ariel Martinez Bambalan, 26 years old from Lilimaan, Manaoag, Pangasinan. I am currently working as Teacher 2 at Baginay National High School. The surge of COVID-19 has changed many of our daily routines in ways that no one anticipated, and that have become the new normal. During this pressing time, we can maintain a healthy body and a sound mind through doing strengthening exercises on a daily basis and by having an adequate time to sleep and rest. On the other hand, it is also imperative to eat nutritious food and by making time to take care of yourself. Moreover, we should also do some positive activities like reading or further developing your skills and hobbies to cope with the stress and anxiety induced by the precautions we must all take to combat the surge of COVID-19 in our communities. Lastly, you have to stay connected with your loved ones and God because it can help in reducing anxiety and stress. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.